showed me the main room.
Whiskers!
Well, did you know that Whiskers has disappeared?
A cat got out. I'm trying to get it in.
We don't know how he got out. I think he got out in that hole up
No,
there.
I knew they were coming.
I think he got out in that hole. He could jump up
They
there.
were coming, and
Yeah. No, he got out in that hole, he did.
I put them all out. You told me to.
No, he got out in the hole there.
Take the cats out, you said.
Did you hear what I said, woman?
What?
He got out this hole here. That was the noise we heard. That raccoon did that to my new hole. Isn't that terrible? They'll have the whole house down soon.
Yeah. We'll be raided again. We'll be raided again by the village of East Hampton. You know, they can get you in East Hampton for wearing red shoes on a Thursday and all that sort of thing. I don't know whether you know that. I mean, do you know that? They can get you for almost anything. It's the Maysles.
Hi, Edie. The gentleman called us.
I saw your car. One of my cats just
Edie,
ducked
you look
out.
fantastic.
David, you look absolutely terrific. Honestly, you've got light blue on. Well, Al, you're still. Mother says you're very conservative. Brooks, everything looks wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. This is the best thing to wear for the day. You understand?
Yeah.
Because I don't like women in skirts. And the best thing is to wear pantyhose or some pants under a short skirt, I think. Then you have the pants under the skirt. And then you can pull the stockings up over the pants underneath the skirt.
Mm-hmm.
And you can always take off the skirt and use it as a cape. So I think this is the best costume for the day.
Okay.
I have to think these things up, you know. Mother wanted me to come out in a kimono, so we had quite a bite. So what did you do? Photograph Brooks cutting right down here?
Yeah, cutting through the jungle.
Oh, for goodness sakes. What do you want to do now? Where do you want to go? Upstairs? You want to go up and photograph it from the top porch?
Okay.
They're going to photograph from the top now, Brooks.
It's a beautiful garden back here.
You see the wall garden? Oh, you mean the patio?
Yeah.
You mean this? Oh, that's a Spanish wall garden.
Where's
over
that?
there, you know.
Oh, yes.
The Hills put that in. They imported everything from Rome. Mrs. Hill, she was a famous horticulturist. That was one of the famous gardens of America. Brooks, next summer, if we're all living, I think a vegetable garden would be a good thing in here.
Yeah, we get enough sunlight in here.
Yeah, Mother says she doesn't mind if you have to cut down some privet for the garden.
Be nice.
Yeah. Because food's going up. We heard that on the radio last night. Do you think my costume looked all right for Brooks? I think he was a little amazed.
He's probably seen it before.
No, this is the revolutionary costume. I never wear this in East Hampton.
He seems okay. He seems like he can handle it.
You can't You know what I mean? That was the original living room. You know, people go back to a kitchen now. Though the washing machine was always put in the maid's dining room. You know, the wash tubs are in the maid's dining room.
Let's go up.
It's very difficult to keep the line between the past and the present. Do you know what I mean? It's awfully difficult.
It's a beautiful ocean today, isn't it? What color would you say that was, sort of sapphire? I've never seen anything like that ocean. The 50 years I've been here, it's the best in 50 years. Oh, Edie? Are you around? Oh, Edie!
Out of this damn horrible place in 2 years. God, if you knew how I felt, I'm ready to kill.
Well,
Brooks wants his check, Mother darling.
Oh,
He's at the door.
I told you I should do it now.
$24 for 3 cuttings. Just a minute.
You better bring the pen.
I locked all the cats away.
Don't be so mean. They don't want to be locked away, the poor little kitties. You know kitties. Door, son.
I suppose I won't get out of here till she dies or I die.
Who is she?
I don't know when I'm going to
cat?
get out of here.
Well, why do you want to get out? Another place would be
Because
much
I don't
worse.
like it.
Any place would be much
Here.
worse. Any place on earth.
Yeah, but I like freedom.
Well, you can't get it, darling. You're being supported. You can't get any freedom when you're being supported.
You can't.
No, can't.
I think you're not free when you're not being supported.
You have to toe them off.
It's awful both ways,
Well, you don't look it. You look very young for 56 years of age. Don't you remember what you told me now?
I know, I just like a couple of days on
What
the
was
beach.
it you told me?
That's all. $24.
You don't have to scream that out. When are you going to learn, Edie? You're in this world, you know. You're not out of the world. See if I can remember the date. Is it the 12th today?
Well, there are certain compensations, I
Is
guess.
it the 12th today? The old woman, she has to remember everything, you know that. I think this is correct.
Brooks Hires.
Well,
H-I-E-R-S.
I didn't think it was necessary.
Yes.
Why did you let me do this in the house for? Why did you make me do it here?
Mother, you don't have enough clothes on.
Well, I hope I'm going to get naked in just a minute, so you better watch out.
That's what I'm afraid of.
Yeah, for what? Now, why? I haven't got any warts on me.
But the movie.
I haven't got any warts on
That
me.
isn't the point, Mother, darling.
Oh, yeah, you know where you got being like that? No husband, no babies,
I
nothing.
can't help it. I like to wear certain things.
Is that H-Y-E-R?
She likes everything.
H-Y?
Without girdles.
H-Y, Edie? Or H-I?
H-Y-E-R-S.
H-Y?
Yes, yeah. She and Marjorie McQuillan don't believe in wearing girdles.
I haven't worn a girdle since I was 12
David.
years old. Here you
Mother
are.
has certain ideas about
Certainly have certain
about
ideas
clothes.
about living a long time. Well, I got ideas about. It's very hard to live nowadays. Living is very difficult.
The Libra husband is not an easy man to please. The monotony of domesticity is not to his liking, but he is a passionate man and a respecter of tradition. All I have to do is find this Libra man. The Libra husband is reasonable. He is a born judge, and no other zodiacal type can order his life with so much wisdom. My God, that's all I need, order. That's all I need, an ordered life, you know, a manager. But he's got to be a Libran. Hello? Yeah.
Sounds like Jerry.
Oh, is that Jerry? For goodness sakes.
What are you doing?
Jerry, you're Aquarius, aren't you?
That's what I saw when I met you, Jerry. Remember I said the marble fawn? It was terrible. Terrible, the tragedy connected with the marble fawn. You know, I called Jerry the marble fawn.
Nathaniel Hawthorne.
Yeah. You have that book here, Edie?
Haven't been able to find it.
If you run across it, I'd like to read it.
It's very deep. I don't know whether you... Well, I guess you're up to it. They used to have it on all the, I think it was on the high school reading list. Marble fawn. The Libra husband does not seek divorce unless the conditions of his life are not adjustable. I don't believe in divorce at all. I think divorce...
Was your mother divorced? Oh, no.
No.
Separated?
Yes,
Wow.
and then my father got a fake Mexican divorce, and he did have, you know, what he called another wife that we didn't recognize. It wasn't recognized by the Catholic Church. They don't recognize it, you know.
Say, are you bossing me around, Edie, all afternoon?
I think that's terrific.
Oh, Edie, it's not the best one. This is the worst one of my wedding pictures.
The others look worse.
I was going to be a singer, you know, professional singer. I met Mr. Beale, the jig was up.
You remember this?
May I see that, please?
Villain of the piece. To my best friend and most delightful comrade, to my only sweetheart and wonderful wife, I tender this likeness of her husband, Beale and Beale, 1929.
So we did love each other.
Did I laugh when I read that? Aren't kids terrible? I just roared. When the people don't speak, they never get divorced. You know, you just can't
Very
tell.
happy woman all my life.
So I tell me about Gould. Gould was mother's accompanist. He was a boogie-woogie composer who had the most terrific style.
He was the most brilliant man I've ever met. That's including Mr. Beale and Mr. Bouvier. Completely brilliant.
This cute, Mother.
Well, that's
I've got very much, don't you, David?
You said
What about the other
You said
thing?
Michelle Beale stole this, didn't you, Edie?
Never did. She never did that.
See how fat I was? You did? Did I look like a good mother? Was I a good mother?
Looks
What?
like it.
I
Looks
look
like
like it. I didn't starve my children, did I? Why?
Fed him well.
They were very nice children. I enjoyed them tremendously. I'm crazy about my two sons. Absolutely mad about them.
Who's the little girl?
That's me.
Well, the boys were not hard to handle at all. They were very, very easy to
Oh, my mother never saw my brothers.
saw them every minute, every single
Oh, they
minute.
never got any discipline, my brothers.
They didn't need it. They were
They never
absolutely
got any
perfect.
discipline.
Taken with a tiny little Kodak #2. That was. Kodak #2 cost $2, I can.
Well, I'm mad about these pictures of you.
Oh, no, don't take those. I want
Just
them.
put them
No,
right
no, I
over
want
here.
those, Al. Will you give me those, please?
No, can't
No, I
have
want them, Edie. I will never see them again.
No.
Now, I want those pictures. I want those pictures, Edie.
Can't expose them to the light.
No,
Here.
you give me those pictures. Oh, and I don't want to ask 67 times. Come on.
I want to show that to Al.
Oh, no, I want to show
I want
my
to show it
picture.
to Al.
My
Look what you
picture.
made me do.
Oh, you did it.
Al.
Look
Mrs.
what you
Beale
did.
had a classical face. I want you to
Look
see
at what
this.
you did. Look.
Very
Don't show
few
that.
people have this,
Did you
Al.
show
I
it?
want you
Oh,
to
that
see
woman.
this. Now look. This is my mother. There's British blood, maybe Jewish. I don't know. The Enid family, not sure.
I don't want that
The
photograph.
Scotch blood, the
Imagine
Ewing,
showing all those horrible
Ewing
things that I
clan.
don't want to
the
show.
Ewing clan's in there. But it's just a girl from a good French family. It's a very beautiful face.
I lived alone these 30 years. I didn't mind. Get very independent when you live alone. Get to be a real individual.
You can't have your cake and eat it
Oh,
too
yes, I
in
did.
life.
I did. I had my cake, loved it, masticated
young.
it, chewed it, and had everything
Can't
I
have your cake
wanted.
and eat it too.
I had a very, very
Can't.
happy, satisfying life.
When you had a rich husband, you should have stayed with him. Now you might
What,
as
for
well
money?
face it. She was bored. She couldn't
No, I
stand.
was not. I was a great singer. I had a perfect marriage, beautiful children, terribly successful marriage. I never had a fight in my life. I never threw anything, Mr. Beale. Never. They threw the bull around, as they say. No, I never had any words with Mr. Beale at all. I came down here to live in this house because I did all my singing here. I was so happy. I was happier going out and singing than anything I've ever done since I was born. I liked it better than anything I ever did. I can't find it, Mama. Will you let me help you? Let me listen, kid. I'm extremely organized. I know exactly where to look for this stuff. I got it under control right here, but I can't find it. Get it? Well, bring in the orchestration of T for Two. I can't do it. My feet hurt. Just try, but they're beautiful. I have to get my voice exactly back where it was when I was 45 years old.
You can't, Mother dear.
Oh, yes, I can. Oh,
Something
yes.
happens, let's face it.
I never strained my voice ever
No,
in
but
my life.
I strained my
I
voice.
never-
I'm yelling and
smoked
screaming.
cigarettes.
What is the matter
Oh,
with me? I
no.
can never speak again.
Why, get it back in about a month. It's about, you know, good hard work.
We are together, together. Gould and Mother made this record in 1934. He was Mother's accompanist.
We belong together, we're happy together, and life is a song. When we are together, we know we are where we belong. When we are together, like birds of a feather, together.
Getting weather, the rest of the world. Oh, my heart, what happened? That's pretty, that note.
Terrific.
Oh, that's terrible.
Oh, I see it repeats.
Yes, that's very important, that last. That's the cadenza,
Could I be in
part.
love? Do you want that? Aren't you mad about your record?
I was very serious about my singing. Loved it.
After you get that, you realize nothing is...
Important.
No, it isn't. Nothing.
Well, my mother, you know, she gave me the right slant on my voice. She told me leave everything.
No
We leave
man could
everything.
compete against Mrs. Beale and Gould.
We were pretty
No
good.
man in the world.
Well, I worked hard. I wish you would play Laura. I think.
Imagine bothering about anything when she had a talent like that.
Well, I'd take care of this house. I lived on no money.
You were able to save the house on account of me.
Yeah, I think.
I didn't want to live in East Hampton, but I had to on account of Mother's house.
Well, now you see why you lived, because you had music all the time. That's why. And you went to the beach too. That's what you like.
Yeah, those are the only things.
Well, I think you liked your dancing. You were very good at that.
This is Costa
Did you see the play on Broadway?
No, Nana.
T for two and two for T and me for you and you for me. Hello? See us to see us or hear us, no friends or relations on weekend vacations. You won't have it known, dear, that we own a telephone, no. I'll awake and start to bake a sugar cake for you to take, for all the boys to see. We can raise a family, a girl for you, a boy for me. Oh, can't you see how happy we could be? T for two. Edie's any good, the soft shoes out. If she's any good at all. It's all soft shoe now, you know. This is a dance. Come on, Edie. I used to do it myself, you know. I did that, the soft shoe. See us or hear us, no friends or relation. On weekend vacation, they won't have it known, dear, that we own a telephone. No, 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 but I'll awake and start to bake a sugar cake. See for all the birds to see. We can raise a family, a girl for you, a boy for me. Oh, can't you see how happy we would be? Edie danced without a waltz. Come on, get Edie up. Dance, a waltz. How can you resist it? How can you resist that? La la la! Can't you see how happy we would be? Would be.
Terrific. Isn't that terrific?
Isn't that beautiful chord?
Do you think I'm going to look funny dancing?
No.
I do terrific dances. Only care about 3 things: the Catholic Church, swimming, and dancing. But I had to give them up. I've got enough. I almost died with the fleas in this place. I can't go on another year. I have to get to a hotel room.
Well, I bought a lot of stuff for your fleas, and I'll be more than willing to put it down.
All I want is a little room. I can't stand a country house. First place, it makes me terribly nervous. Scared to death of doors, locks, people roaming around in the background, under the trees, in the bushes. I'm absolutely terrified. I'm not a bit terrified of the city. Not a bit. I like the terrible noise you hear at night and all these terrible drilling sounds. I never can go to sleep unless the whole pavement is jumping outside and it's 100 degrees and that drill is just going, and then I just go to sleep. I only hope it stays up. The balalaika. I haven't got my makeup on. God, you think it's gonna stay? I feel something slipping. I feel something. What am I missing?
We'll almost have to listen to Beale in about 5 seconds.
She doesn't like the Catholic Church.
Oh,
Gets very
go
mad
on.
whenever I
What
go.
the hell? I worship the Catholic Church. I'm going to invite Father Huntington over to spend the whole entire night with me. That's what I'm going to do. I love the church so much. Here it is.
To get on top of things and to stay there.
Does that mean women, too?
For if you do not do this, it is very likely that things will get on top of you.
Isn't he terrific?
And since I always believe in a simple formula that is workable, I have a formula for you now. First, try, really try.
Try, really try.
Second, think, really think.
Cute. Think, really
And
think.
third, believe, really believe. Well, you may say, how many times do I have to try? Well, it may be a good many times. For example, I have in my pocket here a letter from a man in London, England. Dear Dr. Beale, over 3 years ago, I was in your great marble collegiate church for the first time, and I was having it rough. The job I'd been doing had come to an end, and I was 55. Your suggestions lived with me, plus the advice to try, really try, think, really think, believe, really believe. I did think, I did work, very hard to find a job. 88 interviews. So did he or did he not get the job?
He did.
Will he or will he not handle himself in the years that are to come? He wasn't emotional. He didn't get upset. He wasn't nervous.
It wasn't me.
He was cool. One thing is sure. The human mind will not function when it is hot. Only when it is cool and dispassionate.
Dispassionate. That
Will
was
it
the word I
produce?
wanted the other day. I couldn't think of what it was.
I think it would be a good idea if every day, every individual would look at himself in the mirror, earnestly, and ask the question, who am I? Am I a weak person? Am I a defeated person? Am I an inferior person? Not at all. I am a child of God, and I was intended to get on top of things, and I was intended to stay there.
Very good. That was very long.
Very
You
long.
notice how he went on and on and on?
Let's hear the prayer. I mean the song. You sing the song now.
Doxology.
Sing it.
You have been listening to Dr. Norman Vincent Peale as he spoke this morning from his...
No emotionalism. Never give up. You want to keep on top. Way high up on top. Wonderful way to smother somebody.
Did you pass your mirror over here? I've got to see what I look like.
Don't drop it.
I'm
That was
telling you.
wonderful.
I see why I got cataracts. I have stigmatism, one eye pulled against the other, and I should have worn glasses, and I didn't.
Oh, I told you to wear
Is
glasses.
there anything else you want to know?
You got me the glasses about
Now I'll
4
tell you
years
about
ago.
my teeth.
4 years ago, Edie. You got the glasses. You didn't wear them.
My teeth are still on.
You have to wear glasses when you have any trouble. You have to.
And my hair will grow, I hope, here.
You dressed for battle, Edie.
Mother's telling Marjorie how spoiled I am, how terrible I am. And Marjorie knew my father and my uncle. Mother's giving her all this SHIT, so I went and told some things about the family. But you see, in dealing with me, the relatives didn't know that they were dealing with a staunch character. And I tell you, if there's anything worse than a staunch woman, S-T-A-U-N-C-H. There's nothing worse, I'm telling you. They don't weaken, no matter what. But they didn't know that. How would they to know? You know, my father had made up his mind about what Farmington produced, what the Sacred Heart Convent produced. I don't think he was so down on the Spence School, but he certainly was down on Farmington. I don't know why. Farmington was a junior college. You could choose what you wanted to study. Perhaps that was what made my father dislike it so, that I could choose. But I chose what I thought he'd want me to choose. You know, English literature and Oriental philosophies and, well, I always took French, but nothing ever happened there. I can read and write in French, but I can't speak it. I had years and years and years of French. Terrible. This was taken by Amy DuPont, my last year in Farmington. I was 17.
Edie, that's so beautiful.
Mr. Wainwright did that. He was an artist from a very good family. He was in the social register. He did it in the solarium of Grey Gardens. Dave, look at this. I was in a fashion show.
Let me see that.
Oh,
man.
beautiful. Look at that there.
May I see that?
Wow, look at the
I
skirt.
thought it was the cat's pajamas in that.
Let me see it, Edie. See how pretty Edie was when she was young? It's perfectly foolish of her not to look that way now. She could, you know, she didn't worry about everything. And she looked like a girl that had everything. Hmm?
This has inspired me. I should get another brown tailored suit and grow my hair.
You know, you
My
should-
God! I have no hair.
Never put any lipstick on for this picture, did you?
Have another kind.
You look horrible. Why didn't you put lipstick and makeup on?
Mr. Beale smashed the window of Bert Bachrock when he put this in the window on Upper Madison Avenue.
For God's
He
sake.
offered me a job. He didn't say to get out of that family situation, but he said, you need a job, Miss Beale.
Didn't you expect that Edie might get married someday?
Oh, I did. I wanted to. Oh, I picked out some nice men. She didn't like the men I picked out.
Oh, horrible.
She could have married this Gerald Geddes. He was a millionaire, gave her a gorgeous ring. She decided not to marry that guy. She had to give the ring back. It went awful. She had a proposal of marriage from Paul Geddes. Remember Paul? The richest man in the world.
He married Teddy Lynch.
Then you could have married Jordan McClanahan. He was another millionaire. He wanted to marry you. She just didn't want to get married. That's all blamed on me.
No, I never fell in love when I was 31.
Well, how old are you in these pictures?
24.
24, that old?
1940.
Very young looking for 24.
France had just fallen to Hitler.
But you never fell for a man.
Paris, excuse me.
France fell, but Edie didn't fall.
That was the thing. See, they didn't tell us that when we studied World War I, that everything was so awful with the Versailles Treaty, that we were soon going to get into something 4 years after I got out. If I'd only known it, I would have just enjoyed every single minute, just done everything.
It must have been tough for people. I remember as a kid, so many loved ones being killed. But you were the dating age.
A lot of my friends went overseas and got married. They went in the Red Cross. They went to India, Australia. They all got married. One of my best friends went to Australia. If I'd been able to go, she might have persuaded me to go with her. And she met somebody in the hospital. She was working for the Red Cross, and she never came back to New York. But I never had a chance to do anything like that because Mother wasn't well during the war. She had her eye operation. I missed out on everything. I missed out on the reunion of my graduating class in Farmington because that was the fall that Jack Kennedy campaigned to get in. And I was stuck here with Mother, the cats, the house, and T. Logan, and I couldn't go.
No, you said you didn't want them to know how old you were, you said.
No, I think
Well, I didn't want them to know my age, says Edie.
No, I would have enjoyed that, Mother, because Jack Kennedy campaigned to get in and won.
Get in the Farmington School, that'd be a good place for him.
I don't know. I think it would have been a lot of fun.
Yeah, everything's good that you didn't do. At the time, you didn't want it.
I couldn't get away.
Well, that's the choice. You can't go back and say, feel gorgeous right now, and say, oh, why didn't I do this?
leave.
Because you didn't feel then the way you do now. Everybody thinks and feels differently as the years go by, don't they?
Yeah.
Yes. What time is it, chickens?
What time is it? It's
I'm going to go in there.
1:30.
I may need David's hand to get up.
You have it.
Where is it? Can you come around this way?
Sure.
Are you taking pictures?
Always. Here.
Two roads diverged in yellow wood, and pondering both, or pondering each. Pondering one, I took the other, and that made all the difference.
Robert Frost.
Isn't that wonderful?
Did he say that?
That's all you need, just three
Come
lines
on,
like
Edie, is that Robert Frost?
Who else? Two roads
I think you're poetry.
diverged in yellow wood.
Come on, you said that. We want something
And
else.
pondering one, I took the other,
You're not teaching
and
us.
that made all
We
the
don't
difference.
want to learn it. It's very pretty.
Isn't that amazing?
No, I don't think it's half as good as your poems.
They look the same, and he probably couldn't tell, and yet he... I wish I could remember the correct line.
exhausted. I danced 8 hours last night practicing the marching song.
Great.
My God, my muscles, I can't do it. I'm telling you, what am I gonna do? They're gone with this soft life. We all march together, for love is behind. We all stand together, united we die. All march together, for we love the land. It's the spirit of BMI. We all march together, for life isn't fun. When they do that, that's when the plane goes by, see? So I'm doing the VMI marching song, which is a ground maneuver. Anyway, I gotta get it all coordinated in my mind. Hey, Mama, I'm working on my kids. Why?
You see, she doesn't want to eat anymore for about fat, so I have to sit and starve all the
How
time.
can I eat?
I think I lost 5 pounds. Well, don't live with me. I want to eat. Will you eat some liver pate? You can't.
It's not awfully good.
It is. You put lemon with it, so.
I may die with this diet. I don't like it at all.
Don't do it. Have a sandwich.
I got fat not wearing clothes for 2 years.
Oh, that wasn't it. Oh, it was the quarts and quarts of ice cream. My bill was $171 just for ice cream. You have to make it. I can't do it. No, I can't. I ate in front of the Maysles the other day. You have to make it. I was very embarrassed. No. I ate all that chicken.
Oh, my God, I should have stolen that blue.
Take it out, babe. You like the green? That's chartreuse there.
What do I do with these?
You have crackers somewhere.
I put on crackers.
Yeah, you should. It needs a lemon or mayonnaise or something.
When am I going to get out of here?
Oh, she's always talking like that.
I you're never going to get me back to East Hampton.
Oh, that's
ever.
Oh, Edie, that isn't.
Never.
Edie, the man is doing this, for goodness sake.
I'm
That's
in New York,
terrible.
brother. I'm not ever.
Well, you got in awful trouble there. It's a good thing you had a place to come to. Recuperate at Mama's for about 15, 20 years. She had a horrible time. I used to have to send her big boxes of groceries. She was starving. For my groceries thing.
I was discovered, but
big boxes of groceries.
I needed
and I always put a bottle of wine in a bag. I thought she'd have a terrible accident.
I was discovered, but well, never mind.
Oh, I wouldn't say anything good happened to you in New York.
Are you kidding?
No.
I was discovered by Mr. Gordon.
Oh,
He was a friend of Mrs.
Well, what is it?
What was that woman's
people
name?
discover
What
me
was
every
Ruby
time
Chapman?
I go out, but I don't
What
think
was this
I
was
don't
very
think anything
serious.
of it.
He went to pieces, Mr. Max Gordon went out.
Oh, not Max Gordon. He never went to pieces in his life. He did not. That's very
Now, what was the
intelligent
woman's
man.
name? She gave you the letter. Mrs. Hitchcock.
I
She was
can't go
Ruby
back to
Chapman's
ancient history.
partner.
How can you remember so long? Now I'll have to get
They
drunk,
gave you
Edie.
the letter to
I'll
Max
have to
Gordon.
start drinking. I can't take it. She'll make a drunkard out of her mother.
What crackers do you want? We'll take these. Do you want? They're very good. Do you want these?
I don't like crackers, you know that. Just put a lemon on it, little lemon.
Don't you
got
know who
lemon.
Max Gordon is? He's a famous producer. You've heard of him, haven't you? Discovered Judy Holliday, or Holiday. He discovered Judy Holliday. He said I was much funnier.
You haven't been funny today, boy. You're lacking in humor. It's how you are when you grow older.
I needed training. Where was I to get the training?
You start when you're 12. I had mine when I was 12.
This crack is for the photographer. Tell me what I should have done.
Here, would you put this away, please, Edie?
I should have immediately tried to get into something.
So it gets frozen, will you?
David, instead of coming home, I should have tried to get into something. Is that it? Do you think I should have gotten
David,
in?
do you think you and
Nightclub
now
work,
should have
David,
told me to
darling.
lose weight? You've been in
Do you think I should have gotten into nightclub work?
And here's your mother thing.
I had
My father was
everything
alive.
picked out.
That was it.
I
My
was
father
going
was
around-
alive.
I was going around with a
That my father was alive.
You want to hear what I had
Mr. Beale
to
would
say?
have had me committed.
Gould and I were Edie every day to go to Traphagen. She could do anything. She could learn toe dancing, she could learn radio, she could learn all sorts of stage dancing. She could the things we told you to go to Bendel's and
I couldn't go with my mother sitting here,
model
David.
earrings.
Now.
Your
I
head
couldn't
was
go
so
with my
beautiful.
mother sitting here.
And you were so gorgeous in hats, and you had such a beautiful face. And we always adored you. And you said, well, she could do hats, and she had gorgeous feet. And Mr. Beale always made her wear a certain kind of shoe when she was a little girl, orthopedic shoe. And she could have...
deep responsibility for you, Mother.
I was taken care of for 25 years.
The hallmark of aristocracy is responsibility. Is that it? I'm not going to spend this winter in East Hampton. The first place, I can't. I just can't. I can't spend another winter out here in the country. I can't do it. I don't enjoy it. Furthermore, I'm telling you, I can't get my figure back unless I hit New York City. You know, that icebox is too near. I've got to get away from that icebox. They all want luncheon. Come on, we're going to have luncheon. What? What? I fed the cats. I just have to leave the New York City and lead my own life. I don't see any other future. You shut up. It's a goddamn beautiful day. Shut up.
Paris is the place for you. Get on the stage in Paris at the Folie
No, but the
Bergère.
point is that I came down here to take care of my mother. I was sick and tired of worrying about her night and day.
Well, I had a very
I was
good
away from her for
I had a
5 or
very
6
good
years,
man.
and I was sick
I had a
and
very
tired
good
of
man to
lying
take
awake
care
at
of me.
night,
You know, he took care of me
wondering what was happening
for
to my
25
mother.
years. She didn't have to worry.
Who was the man that took care of you for 25 years?
23
Nobody
years.
took
You're
care of her
mistaken.
for 25 years. I took care of this damn house for 25 years.
I think Al was...
Dare say my mother was ever taken care of by any man but my father, and I'll push you under the goddamn bed.
No, Edie, I think Al was referring to Gould.
Yes, he was.
He took care of mother by accompanying her to the movies and playing the piano.
Took care of me and the washing. The
No one took care of Mrs. Beale. She had my father's money and her own money, the Bouvier money. And another thing, Mrs. Beale wasn't taken care of sexually.
I think he was nicer than anybody I've ever known my whole life. He was a writer. He wrote 7 books at one time. He was brilliant. And he played the piano magnificently and composed exquisite music and dedicated about 80 songs to me.
So Edie didn't have to take
No,
care of
she
you.
didn't have to worry the way she did, no.
She made me leave the barbers
Oh, that
on.
was... Well, I thought you'd been in New York long enough. You were getting lines in your face.
I
and you
didn't
looked...
want to leave. I was getting my big chance.
Oh, no, you were not. That married man was not going to give you any chance at all. You were not.
1952, I was going to get it.
Well, Well, you didn't get it. You missed out.
I was just getting up
that's so
what you call
Now,
a
listen,
little
you're wasting that thing on this, because it's just nuts.
When she said I had to come
Well, I
home.
thought you should come home.
Well,
I
anyway,
thought it
she
was
started
time
hard
after
pressuring
25
me to
years.
come back in March of 1952, and she kept it up until the end of July, July 29th.
Well, you
I
should
checked
come
out,
down.
got
Very
on the
hot
train,
in New
came
York,
back,
July
was
the
never
29th.
able to get back.
It's very hot in New York on July 29th. You and the Night and the Music is beautiful. Do you know that one? You do know it?
Sure.
You sing it for me.
The
Sing it.
night was young and yours.
No, You and the Night and the Music. Sing that
I
song.
don't know that. I thought you
I
knew
thought
that.
you did.
The night and the music.
He knows it.
But
Go on.
I don't know the rest of it.
Fill me with flaming desire. Words are one of them. Love like yours and mine is the glowing thrill of sparkling wine. Make the most of time ere it has flown. You and the night and the music thrill me with flaming desire, setting my being completely on fire. Oh, you and the night and the music, dance till the music is through. I forgot. Oh, listen, this is it, yes. Love. Till the moment is through. After the night and the music die, will I have you? Where's Jerry, Edie? Edie, where's
I don't
Jerry?
know, Mother. That's what I'm wondering.
Don't you think you better find him?
My mother wants me to watch him.
Oh,
The
I know.
whole time he's in the
No,
house.
you told me not to have him back here.
Like I watched Tom.
No, thanks.
My eyes dropped out. Mother and her friends. I never cared for the three people that my mother liked. I couldn't get on with Mr. Beale, and I didn't care for her composer friend. And as for Tom Logan, he drove me crazy in the house.
I love Tom. He played the guitar so beautifully. He sang, he was in rodeo, and he even was in Hollywood. You'd have to admire somebody like that.
She was a pushover.
He had no
And then he
place
asked
to
my
go.
mother, he said, I've just been fired from the Sea Spray. Would you like a maintenance man? Mother took him home.
I didn't want to make
That's
this
the
man. I
story
said,
of
I'll
Tom
take you home
Logan.
for one night.
That's the story of
What
Tom
I said.
Logan.
There wasn't a thing he didn't know how to do. He could fix anything. Lights, plumber thing. He knew how to do everything. Jacqueline was a terribly clever man.
Did he work? He made good salads, but he was drunk all
Oh,
the
no. He came up here every morning, 6 o'clock. Knocked on my door. We talked over the menu for the day, including a bottle of rosé vin, or wine, or whatever it's called.
Naturally, couldn't get rid of him, and I had to stay here. What I should have done was leave, and he would have
Well,
left.
all
right
right,
away.
you don't believe in religious compulsion. It was a religious thing.
If I'd left, he would have left.
No,
Because
I
think
deserve
the work would have been too
Well, he didn't
much,
wanna
all
go.
alone in the house for Tom.
He didn't.
All I had to do was leave. I'm so stupid that I
Well,
didn't
where would
know.
I have been? I'd been all alone in the house.
I think you would have, Mother. Why? Marble Fawn is at the door. He can wait. Let Jerry in. Hurry up. I'm gonna look at this pad without Jerry. La da 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 da. La da dee da da. La da da. This is a sea of leaves. Complete sea of leaves. If you lose something, you can't find it again. It drops to the bottom. I lost my scarf. I'll never get it again. Best scarf I ever owned was beautiful color blue. It dropped. You know, it fell off my head. The hell with the marbles. Hello?
Hello, Edie.
Oh, hello, Jerry, darling. Do you want to come in?
Yeah, I just came for the faucet so I can go down to the hardware store.
Yeah, Mother said you called up. Was that you on the phone very early?
Yeah.
How are you? I'm looking at you now.
Really well.
I'll come down and let you in. Do you want to come up here? You want to come up?
All right, for a moment.
Mother's screaming to have me let you in. I better do it.
I'll be out the back door here, okay?
I'll come right down.
Jerry's puffing and blowing.
No, I'm tired. I don't want to get any tired.
What do you want, Jerry? Who wants a nice piece of corn?
No, I don't want any, thank you.
Jerry, you didn't get enough to eat tonight.
Well, I can't resist. I'm sorry.
Come on. Jerry, you're going to put some of this on, aren't you?
Yeah. You want to do it for me?
Why, yeah. Pleasure's all mine. I don't burn myself. Which piece of corn do you want, Jerry?
Doesn't matter.
See how polite he is. You want some, Edie? Where's your plate, Jerry, dear?
I got very big hands. Corn is out of this world.
Oh, did I do it nicely? He always compliments me on the way I do my corn.
There they are.
There, you raccoons. Run away from your drinks and do that to your raccoons.
Yeah, he's there.
Everything's in the attic. Everything from sloths, otters, badgers, possums, raccoons. I don't need the bags anymore because I had to get up 200 cellophane bags. This horrors. Somebody's removing the books from my room. Where did this little book come from? No, Jerry hasn't knocked himself out. He's around there. Who got this book out of my room? I cleaned this whole attic up the other day. Now, who's been dropping books around is what I want to know. I would have seen that book. He evidently has been up in that room again. Buster, old pal. Come and get it. Yeah, all right, Mother. Yes. Oh, yes, I'll get it for you. Just a minute. Hey, Jerry, I think your friend's in the front. I found a little book dropped in the attic while he's been up there.
Well, you should keep him out. He told me he's working on that thing. Wasn't it all? Want a little bit, Edie?
No.
You want a little bit?
Yeah.
What?
My God.
What?
I just thought of something.
What? Give me that. What did you think of? What? Come
The
on.
guy was standing outside the window and he was passing all the books out to him.
You think so?
Terry, yes.
I don't believe
Yes.
it. I don't believe it. Want a taxi? No, we lost the glasses. The glasses are gone.
Next thing, those antiques will all be missing. See, you shouldn't have a contact with the outside world because how do I know that there isn't something up in that room? If you get what I mean. You can't tell what's been put up in that room or what's been taken out.
Don't worry so much, please. Cat's going to the bathroom.
Is
Right
it?
in back of my portrait.
God, isn't that awful?
No, I'm glad he is. I'm glad somebody's doing something they want to do. I was frozen this morning when I woke up. Are you eating?
It did drop.
I missed you last night.
Dropped quite a
I
bit.
was so lonely. She only left me one little kitty to keep me warm. And all these blankets were on the floors, all this pile of stuff here. Jerry's pretty good waiting on me. He can find things here that I wouldn't find for half an hour.
Jerry, the major domo.
I'm so sick of that kid. I mean, I have great pity for him, and I like him, but...
You know the trouble.
What?
The trouble is that he's madly in love with Edie. I said I thought Edie was madly in love with him. Pardon me.
He might as well leave right now because he's never gonna get it. So that's it.
Sex with you?
What he's after.
He doesn't want any sex with you.
Well, that's all they're after.
Old person like
That's
you?
all they're after. So why don't you tell him right now?
Unheard of.
You should tell him right now so I'm not bothered by
He's
him.
got about 6 girls in East Hampton. He's so busy
No,
every
but the
night.
point is he
What he
thinks...
was doing, he's out every single night with a different girl.
Yeah, but that's the point, you see.
He had a wonderful time.
He's going to be here for years and years.
He
I see
enjoyed
this
himself
coming.
thoroughly, I hope.
The guy's going to be here for years and years.
I doubt
It's going to be one of those things. Like Tom Logan.
Aren't you going to feed the Whiskers, Edie? Come on, go and feed Whiskers. Now, don't eat it. Give it to Whiskers, please. We're thin. You want to get thin, don't
She's
you?
very mean to me.
No, I have to be very strict. The priest said she needed a very strict hand. Well, the priest told me. She and his daughter needs a very strong hand, your daughter. I tried to give it her after Mr. Beale, stopped living in East Hampton. I had a terrible hard time. Really. She just went wild after our father wasn't living here. It was wild. Absolutely wild. I couldn't do anything with it all.
Isn't it awful when the dancer gets back? Isn't it awful? God, it's awful, I'm telling you. It's awful. God. My father believed in running the children's lives. You know, he wanted me to get my master's degree, be a junior partner in his law firm.
Take the ice cream.
He was 165 Broadway. On the 9th floor, my knees would start to shake. By
Coming
the time I
down
got
here.
to the 9th floor in Mr. Beale's office, my knees were rattling, my mouth was dry.
You scared of your father.
And I'd go in and he'd come forward out of his office with his watch in his hand, and then he'd look at the clock on the wall and he'd say, "You're 5 minutes late," he'd say. Oh.
No, he had a very
And then
close-
he'd sit down and
He
he'd
had
look at
very
me like this
close.
and he'd say, "Take it off! Take that hat off!
He had
Take
a very-
that lipstick off! Take that nail polish off!
Oh,
How
no,
dare you wear
no,
those
she's
high
just
heels?"
acting all over the place. Don't you want some of this? But if he can.
He said the only thing to be was a professional woman. He did say that. Didn't he, Mom?
Well, I wouldn't say it's the only thing.
He didn't want me to get married.
I don't think people should get married. I don't believe in it at all.
If you can't get a man to propose to, you might as well be dead.
Why? I don't think it's important.
It's disgusting.
And Mary had the most wonderful life.
Absolutely disgusting.
Lived
The
to be
women to be alone.
94 years of age. The
What are they
happiest woman
proving? They have to
alive.
go around with dogs or other women or something?
That dogs are lovely.
I was terrible.
I'll take a dog any day. Why didn't you marry the man you wanted to, like I did?
I think the saddest thing was my not marrying into the Obolensky family because I adore them. Eddie Obolensky is wonderful. That's all I can say.
Very sweet
He's
man.
related to the Obolenskys. He's okay.
I didn't know he was any relation to them.
Yes.
Never know.
Serge's nephew by his half-sister. Now, there was a boy I might have married.
Why didn't you marry Paul Geddes?
And I said, how did you happen to come here? And he said, oh, I saw you at a dance, he said, in Southampton. I said, you did? He said, yes.
He's just a kid.
He was 32. And I said, Eugene, well, you need a girl. And he said, no, Edith, I'm looking for a wife. He said, I want to get married. I thought
Yeah,
that
he
was
wanted to
so
take
cute.
Edie to Westchester.
Wasn't that cute?
Tom had just died, and I did not want another man in my kitchen with
And
a
I
cookbook.
went downstairs. I
He
peed
just made a cookbook. He just written a cookbook.
Mother got rid of him in 15
You
minutes.
don't want any cookbooks.
Mother got rid of him in 15 minutes because he came from a celebrated family.
He's very glad
The
to leave.
Tiskevich family. And I suppose Mother didn't want me to have anybody that was decent.
I didn't
You
want
understand.
anybody in the
It
kitchen.
would have been perfectly all right for me to have married Tom Logan.
Why do you want to marry a kid 32? You didn't
Oh, I
have a-
forgot to say that
Didn't
Eugene
have
was
a
a
nickname
count.
as Jeans.
I would have been Countess Edith.
I didn't want my child to be
Okay,
taken away.
Jack.
I'm entirely alone.
You know what I go through with this awful stuff? I'm not eating lunch. I'm starving. Well, you know me. You're always hungry. I'm not going to gain the weight back.
Put some lipstick on.
Begin to laugh. These are my brother's drawers, and I feel so strongly about mementos and everything because of Mother that I was never able to ever clean out these desk drawers and throw the stuff away. Would you believe it? You know, it's childhood stuff. And what are they called? Memorabilia or something. I couldn't throw anything away. Now, looking at this room. Yeah, just a minute. I discovered something terrific in here. I don't know, is that Austria? I can't see. Why, what happened? The moving finger writes and having written moves on. I was going to write another line from Omar Khayyam. We come like water and we go like wind. Oh, I got that one up. That's the man, this is the woman. I can't tell. I'm putting up the silver masks. Edie, come here, hurry. I can't get the thumbtack in the wall. I got the saddest life. I could go on with the redecoration of this room. Yeah. All right. I made this. Those are roses of all different years. My shell collection. You can't see it, it's so dirty. Isn't that tragic? Then I have two little things to go there. And around the world's supposed to go there. I was going to put that up there because I like red in this room for some reason. Then I was going to hang the bird cage right here and have around the world there. But I haven't gotten to that. Perhaps I better begin taking care of Mother and bossing her and cooking her some food. What do you boys think?
Bossing her around?
Yeah, I let her do what she wants. I think maybe I ought to give her cooked meals at certain hours. What do you think? I don't have any clock. You know, I never know what time it is. You think she'd eat them?
I don't know. You know her better than anybody.
I give her a head. I let her do what she wants to do. I think it's awful. She should eat, you know, chopped meat and a baked potato at a certain hour for luncheon. Then have a nice little dinner. But that takes timing. No, I'm not ready, and I have no makeup on. But things are getting better. Did you find my sign in bathtub?
Right. I couldn't believe it.
Come on in. We're not ready. Is that Al down there?
Yeah.
Hello, Al.
Hi.
Fine.
Take your
Ben,
time.
oh, God, almost broke the neck then. God, he said it is. Oh. How could Edie leave these stairs like this? Don't I look funny coming down these stairs? Hmm?
No, I'm afraid.
Don't I? I feel funny. I feel funny.
It's like a night at the opera.
Is it? The night at the opera will be when I get in that chair in the dining room. That will be the night at the opera.
Mama, Lois and Jack are here. Hello, Jacqueline. Happy birthday. Larry Pooh wanted me to go.
I say, where's the cushion, Edie?
Get the cushion out.
Oh, yes. She puts it here. Oh, God. And those chairs.
So now I'm bringing up.
Are they dirty, those chairs? Hello, Jack. Well, you're very cute to celebrate with me today.
But I like you in that costume, Lois.
Like terrible. I see Edie hasn't, you better not sit in those chairs. They look very dirty.
They can sit on paper.
I thought you were going to clean up, Edie.
I tried. I swept the floor.
Well, I'm kind of disappointed. Jack, you don't mind sitting by me, do you?
I swept the floor. We have wine. I'll bring down the glasses.
Bring down the wine, please. And Edie's to, Lois is to ginger ale. But don't let the cats out. How do you like the thing Lois did for me, Jack? Your eyes good enough to see that? How are your eyes? She's no waitress, I'll tell you.
But you've got a pretty heavy tray.
Leave the tray here, won't you? Oh, no, she's not going to. She's going to do just as you want, you know. She's a trash waitress. They always do just as they want.
It's your mother. Maybe she lives to be at least 80.
No, it's one more year. Ha, ha, ha.
Said her 79. She said her 79. Yeah, 79. Yeah.
She's going to tell that to everybody in East Hampton, you know.
That's right.
Everybody's going to know my
Happy birthday.
Thank you very much, John.
Sing
Sing the happy birthday. Sing it.
I sang.
Come on, you do it again. Happy birthday to you.
Very good.
Great.
Happy birthday. Dear Mother. Happy birthday to you.
Why do we have to have paper cups when I wanted my green goblets with all the gold on them, and she wouldn't bring them down. So disappointed on my birthday. Oh, what a beautiful! I knew I wanted to look at that cake. Did you ever see anything like that? Happy birthday. That's gorgeous. Imagine having red. That's terrific. Somebody's calling me, Edie. My sister ordered that at Sag Harbor.
Yeah. Hey, Mother, can you move your chair a little bit?
Yeah.
This is the first time we used the long wire in the dining room.
Oh, hello, Polly. Thank you, dear. Are you going to sing it all the way through? Listen, I got your beautiful present. Edie, have you brought the present down yet?
Yeah,
We're going to open
yeah.
it. We're sitting down here in the so-called old, what, dear?
We haven't opened any presents as yet.
Didn't you? There's a great big box up there.
Tremendous box, but we haven't opened presents.
Well, you sent me a card. I got that.
I don't think she did send one the card. Be sure and show us the card.
I haven't started the cake, but I'll read you what it says. It says, what does it say, Jack? Edith?
Happy birthday, Edith.
Oh, it says, happy birthday, Edith. And that's all in red. And then the flowers underneath are, well, yellow flowers with green. It's perfectly enormous cake. Oh! Thank you, dear. Yeah.
Take a box.
That's the good, Edith.
Take a box.
Yeah.
Are they both having eye trouble? They
See?
freeze your eyes now.
Both of them
Had
been
cataract
operated.
operation.
They both had 2 operations.
And then they weren't good either.
One lost her eye, one good.
Yeah, Muriel's eyes disappeared, dried out and disappeared.
No.
She has double vision.
No,
She
she's
has
all
to
right
wear dark
now. She's
glasses.
cured.
Oh, the
She's
cataract.
absolutely
lady.
cured, Edie.
Well,
She's cured now.
Did she say she was cured?
Yeah, she said her eyes perfectly wonderful.
the really nice thing to have is get deaf and get blind and then have some cancer come in your face and your lips.
Cancer.
Cancer.
On your lips.
We don't have
and
that
go
in my
blind
family,
and be
thank
deaf.
God.
That cancer is worse.
Yeah.
You want to open my little presents and then
Yeah, I am. Edie, did you ever see anything as cute as
a
this?
little pad there to write your requests on.
You know, I need that more than anything to write things down. I have my things written all over boxes, all over the bed, everywhere. I got Epstein's address. I got, who have I got there, Edie? All the electricians in East Hampton. All of them. Isn't that a nice book, Edie? Look. I can't be late now, and I can't forget, and I can't hate anybody, and I can't do anything. This little book is going to keep me straight. Straight as a die. Isn't that a nice one? I haven't had a little thing like that in ages. I had a wonder, your hands are cold. It did you no good, my food.
Oh, no.
Your hands are cold, lady.
Well, I must be on my course, I guess. Well, so long, folks.
Thank you for your card and your ice cream. I love you
Oh,
very much.
that's the ice cream.
Bring me my yellow cushion, Edie. Yeah. It's happening, did you know it? Turn the heat off, it's terribly hot in here.
I mean, your room's terribly dirty. It's got to be clean.
Not tonight,
It's all the
Geraldine.
smell. I can hardly sit here.
I love that smell. I thrive on it. Makes me feel good.
We have to hang the portrait and clean the room.
No, pull the chair out. He wants to look at it. I'm not ashamed of anything where my body is a very precious place. It's concentrated ground.
Consecrated.
What are they doing? Take a picture of Edie.
I'm trying to think of what I... Oh, I know what I could have. Oh, for goodness sakes, he is, my God. They see me as, you know, you don't see me as I see myself, but you're very good what you do see me as. I mean, it's okay.
Are you pleased with those pictures?
You know, I see myself as a little girl and all that.
I see you as a very immature child.
You know, she sees me as a baby, and I see myself as some kind of a little girl. They see me as a woman. I don't see them. Well, when I get out of here, I do.
You going to
when I go
battle
to
on?
When I go to New York City, I see myself as a woman. But in here, I'm just, you know, mother's little daughter.
I doubt that very much. You want to play out the record I bought you?
Virginia Military Institute. Oh, my God, I can't get over this. I really can't.
And you can't dance at all.
Why can't
I never saw you do anything military. Never.
Why are you absolutely crazy? There's not anything I can't do. Darling David, where have you been all my life? Where have you been? Where have you been? Where have you been? Only thing I needed was this man. What? All I needed was this man, David. Lordy, David. with me before this.
Well, then you had your mother.
Yeah. But they're more interested. Good Lord. I can't believe it. It's $145.
Here, Kitty, I got a big, nice piece of white. Here, Kitty. Here. Hey, Kitty. You like that? That's nice. No bones in that one. Well, that's a pretty song. Don't throw bouquets at me. You know, I was trying to think of the words of that.
Bouquet.
No, don't throw bouquets at me. Don't what? Hurry up. Don't what?
Your lips to
Oh, no, that's not it. No, you're way off the beat there. No. Go to the bottom of the class. No, that isn't there. No, that isn't it.
People will say we're in a love.
She didn't say love. You're not Czechoslovakian. Love. You don't say love. You say that. Love. You see, she knows she sings so badly that she has to wiggle about 20 times to every note. You see, to distract the people, you know, that she really can't sing a drop.
I can sing like mad.
Well, sing beautifully. You're singing incorrectly. Very ugly. Always must do everything correctly. Now start at the top now.
Don't throw bouquets at me.
Don't make funny faces. Now that's what I want the next line.
Much too much.
Oh no. You're way off there. No, that's not it. No, he doesn't make up for a lot of words you can't remember. No. Oh, don't do that. Oh, me thinking can love. Where in the hell did you come from? Well, I'm going to bed,
Okay.
I love you very much, both of you. But now you see, you took my pillow and I'm in agony. Why'd you lose my pillow, Edie?
Warm inside, so I can sleep. And then I want to weep. I'm a-getting tired, so I can down around the lamp post in something. If I only knew the words, Marlene Dietrich. Down around the lamp post, it's Lily Marlene. That's an old war song, Mother. I tried to get you. I called and called and called.
Oh, yeah?
I guess you went out.
Oh, how's everything?
Then I called again. You were busy.
What's going
Guess
on?
what's happened?
What?
What I felt was in the cards, you know, and I'm telling you, I'm not going to spend another 10 years with this. You know, I spent 10 years with the last.
You mean Tom Logan? What is it now?
The marble fawn is moving in.
Who is?
The marble fawn.
Jerry.
He just gave us a washing machine. That cements the deal. I gotta get out of here. I'm not gonna spend the rest of my life washing clothes and that goddamn.
Don't blame her.
It's a very nice washing machine. It came from this house they're gonna sell. You know, he had a job as a gardener's assistant at this house. And they're going to sell the house, so they gave him the washing machine. But he's moving in. I can't watch him, I'm telling you. Of course, he's still going to have the gardening job, you know. But I think he gets home at 4 o'clock. So Mother says, do you want to come in and speak to Mother? She'd like to speak to you. Come on in. I'm pulverized by this latest thing.
Well, you do. You have a beautiful face, like a girl. Like you look like my mother. Absolute image of my mother, Jerry. Jerry, you're not going to drink anything, are you?
Yeah.
What are you going to have?
I'll wait for the chicken.
You're waiting for the chicken? You mean to say you're not going to have soup or a drink or highball or something like that? Do you think we better have some rum? Oh, no, she didn't put any papers on that thing today. I asked her to. Jerry, I'm badly treated all along.
I think my days at Grey Gardens are limited. I think my days at Grey Gardens are limited.
When do we start? Oh, God, please. Seeing this.
Oh, will you take that scarf? Will you grab that
I'm in
scarf?
love with you.
Oh, Edie, quit it, for God's sake.
There's an extra knife. I'll put it in the middle. I forgot the
You want to get my slippers, Edie? Get my slippers, will you, please? You know where you put them. Have to get very tough with Edie. She won't do anything till you get very, very tough. Strong hand, says the priest. Said she needs a strong hand. I said, Father, I know it. I brought Edie up without her father. It was very difficult. Then she went to New York and did what she wanted to do. You know, I wanted to get Mr. Beale back and have him come back. She said she'd leave the house forever if I had a father come back.
Oh, the moon is high, the breeze.
Will you bring my little radio? Edie, will you bring my little radio? It's on my bed.
Yeah.
Will you bring my little radio, please? I've got to have some professional music. She found the slippers. Quite remarkable. I'm gonna... You got the radio, Edie? Got my radio? It's on the bed. How'd you happen to find it so quickly? Put this up there, will you, please? Put that up there. Listen. All right, if you want to stay there and eat, I'll eat here. Now I'm going to quit that terrible racket of Edie's all over.
And I'm in love with you. She's always hated Maureen Dixon.
Oh, I can't stand it. Very
Absolutely loves Maureen
It
Dixon.
makes me very ill. Oh, Edie, I can't take it, Edie. I'll go right into the room and I won't have any hot food or anything. Don't do it, Edie. I'll get so mad. Listen, will you stop me? I'm going in the other room.
I'm singing it in American.
I'll never see you again.
I'm singing it in American.
I don't care. You're not going to sing that song. Stop it, will you?
Why not?
Because I don't want to hear it. I'm your mother. Remember me?
I stood for yours all these
Come
years.
on. Well, my voice is beautiful and trained. It was beautifully trained, my voice. I never tried to attract men with it. I was
The scene is sad.
Edie, stop it. I'm going to get up. Now, goodbye.
With
Going right in the other room with the cats where I'll be happy. I'm not going to take it. I hope my bathing suit falls off. I hope it does. Something fell off just then. Get out of here. You don't make me mad. Get out. You're making me very angry. Go out. Go away. Stop that.
Yeah, but they're
Well,
gonna
stop
fight, right?
it. Stop that silly nonsense. Quit it.
I can't have any fun.
Go away. You had enough fun all your life.
I never had a minute's fun, not a minute. I never had a minute's
Go
fun.
away. You don't look it. Well, you made a rotten breakfast. Horribly spoiled the whole thing. I can't go over to my seat now.
Mother, do you realize...
There's no back to this bathing suit.
We won't.
Mother, do you realize that your whole chest was showing and that was...
Yeah, I'm awful glad everything is perfectly disgusting on account of you. You did it. You sure do bring out the worst in your mother.
I think Mother's very mean to me.
I'm glad I stopped it. Thank God I have a little piece here.
Yeah, but I do several versions of that.
That beautiful voice, but you never heard her. Never heard her voice. She can really sing that decently. Sings very well. Better voice than I have. But not that sort of. I sing Only a Rose now, Edie. You ought to be able to do that. Go on, sing it. Only a rose.
Only a rose.
Another day.
Only a rose. I give you only a rose.
Dying away.
Dying away. Only a rose.
To keep it on me.
To keep it only.
I don't think there's any point in my meeting anybody that doesn't like music. Do you, Mother? Because I can't stand them. Finally, I can't stand them. There's something lacking, and it's music, isn't it? I mean, a man.
Well, it's nice to have a man who can play the piano for
Oh,
you.
no, that isn't it all. She doesn't get it.
Then you can practice.
Unless the man understands music, there's no point in my even meeting him, because I never could figure out what was wrong, you know, with stockbrokers and tennis players. And I tell you who was a songwriter and a dancer and a playwright and everything, Eugene Tiskevich, but Mother got rid of him in 15 minutes.
You
He couldn't
didn't
speak
try his
English very
cooking.
well. He'd only been here
You
7
didn't
years.
even try his cooking. He made a poison, might have poisoned you
He's
the
Sergio
first night.
Onassis' nephew.
You know nothing, but you want to marry a stranger?
Very decent guy. I looked up his horoscope.
Want to marry
He
a
was
stranger?
born November the 14th.
I have to go in
He's
now,
a
Kid.
very wonderful boy. Too young for me, probably.
Who is
32.
this?
Eugene Tiskevich.
I
He was a
couldn't
twin.
stand having another cook in this
That
house.
isn't the point. And he actually proposed under the window.
He had no home. He was living in a third-class hotel.
Under the window.
You know,
He said,
On
Edith,
a
if you
nickel.
want to get married,
One
I'll
single
marry
nickel.
you. And I think that was decent. Don't you?
I don't see why.
Probably wouldn't
I
happen,
don't
just
see
the
why.
same. Not one person had entered Grey Gardens for many years before Eugene Tiskevich came around. So I credit him with all the nerve in the world. Nobody would even speak to us. People that walked one of the Maidstone Club with for years.
Don't believe it.
All the
Don't believe a word of it, kid.
All
Not
the
a word. Edie, if your father could hear you, he'd turn in his grave. He'd say, my God, Edie.
Well, anyway, I think you were very cruel, Mother. He
Well,
came from
I
one of
don't
the
think
best
it's nice.
families in Poland. And he was
Everybody-
related to the Obolenskis, and I think it's terrible that she didn't
Everybody-
give me a chance with Eugene Tiskevich. I think that was absolutely cruel.
Well, he's
I was
32.
only go away.
You want to marry me?
I don't care. I was the only one besides these horrible people that came around
Have you
here.
got your thing lighted for that?
Well, that.
Don't let him.
He was only 32 and from a very good
32,
family.
and
She got rid of him in 15 minutes flat.
No, he didn't. He said,
And I bored with all these awful people like Jerry and all those people.
that wasn't the truth. No, that wasn't the truth. That was not the truth. No, that was not the truth. He said, how could such a warm, lovely person over the telephone turn into anything so cold? That's what he said right down on the floor. So I said, you better go home. Never say goodbye to me. How could such a warm, lovely woman over the telephone turn into something so cold? I thought that was just a little too much.
I tell you the whole thing. You might as well face it. It's my mother's house, and she owns it, and she wanted the people she wanted in it, and she didn't want the people that I wanted in it. But God knows whom I wanted in it. I mean, besides Eugene. And Mother wouldn't allow Eugene to stay even 15 minutes. But I had to spend 10 years with Tom Logan. And now we have Jerry, who is Mother's friend. So you just can't do anything about it.
So I can see now why girls get married. You know, they're forced into it. It's all a question of who you want to stay with. Of course, I'm mad about animals, but raccoons and cats become a little bit boring. I mean, for too long a time. I don't know. I don't know. I better check on Mother and the cats. She's a lot of fun. I hope she doesn't die. I hate to spend the winter here, though. Oh, God. Another winter.
You know, when winter sets in here. You know, because I don't like the country and I don't want to be here. Any little rat's nest in New York, any little mouse hole, any little rat hole, even on 10th Avenue, I would like better.
Beneath the moon and the sun, there to me afar, and
Edie.
Listen, Al, sweetheart.
Yes.
I didn't know you were trying to get me. I called up the telephone company after I got your letter, and I tried to find out, why they didn't ring this bell, my phone.
Yeah, when I
And-
called.
They didn't know anything about it, so I called. I called AT&T also. I tell you, the trouble with this phone.
Yeah.
When it rings, I can't hear the ring, and so I can't answer it. That's the trouble. Listen, how are you?
I'm fine. I wonder how you are.
I'm okay.
Good. Everything
Listen,
okay?
Al, darling,
Yeah.
could you send me something?
Sure. What is it?
Send me some large safety pins. I just have little ones. Could you send me large safety? Not too large, but large safety.
You mean about an inch or an inch and a half, right? Something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, about an inch or an inch and a half, something like that?
What?
Maybe an inch or an inch and a half long.
I can't hear you.
Yeah.
Isn't that awful?
Yeah.
Listen.
Yeah, go ahead.
Al, how's your family? How is everything?
Everybody's fine.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, very
Listen,
fine.
You said you'd write me a letter. Thank you for your Christmas card.
Oh, yeah, sure. And thanks for all of your
Send me
letters.
a beautiful card.
Yeah.
Listen, the election, the voting was so terrible down here. It ruined the Christmas. All the trouble about the election.
I know. And Edie, it's terrible. It's terrible.
Listen, Al.
Yeah.
Do you think that Al Gore is going to get in 4 years, or do you think it's all over?
No, I think he has a much better chance. A much better chance.
Might.
Yeah. I mean, after all, he really won this election.
Oh, that's good.
He really won it.
Listen, I'm not a Republican. I was never a Republican.
Of course.
No. I was always a Democrat.
Of course. Me too.
Listen now, sweetheart.
Yeah.
I would never hurt your feelings about anything.
Well, I'm sure you would.
I wouldn't.
Of course. And I feel the same about you.
Oh, you're so cute.
Yeah.
Well, listen, I think it's a shame, Al, that I never married you. I mean, I'm very upset that Jillian got such a good husband and 3 such divine children. And I just should have grabbed you, Al. Well, listen, sweetheart, I guess I'll just have to get over it.
But, one of these days, I don't know just when, I'm doing so many things. One of these days, I'd love to come down and see you, but I'll call you ahead of time.
Oh, yes, you must come.
Okay?
You must come because you might die, somebody might shoot you or something. So I just have to see you before.
Yeah, of course.
Well, listen, just write me a letter.
Okay, I'll write you a letter.
Darling Al, I guess I've been in love with you for 30 years, sweetheart. I just didn't know it. Please forgive me.
Oh, Edie.
Please forgive me, Al.
Edie, there's hardly a day that goes by that somebody doesn't say, oh, that Edie, where is she? What's going on? I love that film. I love those 2 women. Every day there's somebody that says that. I mean, 2 things, Edie. 2 things. One is they adore you and your mother, and they adore the film.
Well,
they feel so privileged to.
Now I do get letters from fans. I do have people that call me up and people that write me letters about Grey Gardens. They say they keep going to see it.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Did I tell you, I met a woman who has seen the film 120 times.
Darling Al.
And she has...
Please take care of yourself.
I will. You too.
I'll write you another letter. I'll write you a letter.
Okay, please do.
All right, sweetheart.
Okay, love to you.